Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna let a few more people join the screen share here, and then we'll get started on the pre-market watch list pretty soon. Probably give it like 7 more minutes, 5 more minutes. Good morning, everyone. Um, we're almost there. I'm just gonna wait just 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and start the watch list. Guys, I think we got enough people in here now. You can always, watch the replay as well if you miss it. But let's go ahead and get started now on the pre-market watch list. Remember, if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the YouTube comments. That's where I'm going to be focused on today. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with the watch list that I made last night. I'm just going to quickly go over a few of those stocks. And then once I'm done with that, we'll go ahead and we'll go over all of the main gappers that are popping up on the scans. So with that being said, let's get right into it. The first one that we have here is BTBT. This was on my watch list. The first one on my watch list. So yesterday I was talking to you guys and I let you guys know that we're most likely going to get a breakout at the open. BTBT, for the last week or so, it's been having massive spikes, pretty close to the open. I mean, it does dip sometimes, but then reclaims and then squeezes. So yesterday was really kind of like the first big red day that we had on BTBT. So today's going to kind of be interesting with that one. If I were to be long biased, I would want to see at least this $18 level turn into solid support over the next few days. And then, I might be open to look for potential long setups. But it would really have to be trading with solid support over this key $18 level. As you can see though, we had that big first red day here, so we might even get some continuation to the downside. So right now, obviously I am a little bit more short biased just due to the big red day that we had yesterday, but it's holding up pretty well. So I'm just gonna wait and see how it reacts. I'm hoping that we can get a morning push, and then I'll kind of react from there. So that's kind of the plan on BTBT. Slightly short biased on this one unless it can reclaim 18 over the next few days. Also open to short setups if it rejects and puts in lower highs. So we'll see how that sets up on BTBT. We had a few gappers last night. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade any of those. A lot of them faded back down, but like ARCT gapped up. ASTR. This one we've been watching ever since I had this huge run up, and it's kind of been consolidating, and we finally got that breakout in after hours yesterday. So ASTR might be something to watch. And then we have a few other gappers. If you're in the private Discord, you have access to my watch list. So I'll let you guys go through most of the secondary stuff. There's a lot of stocks on the secondary list. You guys can go through those if you'd like to. I'm just gonna go through a few of these. So like FSR is another one that's gapping up. Let's take a look at the daily chart on this one. A lot of resistance towards 20. So if this can hold above like 1760 and build back up, FSR might be something to watch. So that was pretty much the watch list from last night. There is a few good ones on the secondary list, like CRTX. mRNA has just been on a crazy bull run here. We almost hit 500. 498 was actually the highest so far. So mRNA might be something to keep on watch as well. NCTY, actually, yesterday I was watching this run up as well. Towards that $20 area or 18s, and it actually held up pretty well. So even with NCTY, as long as this can build back up above, I would say as long as it holds above the 750 to 18, we can still keep an open bias on NCTY. And then a few others from the list. ANY and Works we were watching yesterday, but they ended up fading. Works had a really big fade towards the end of the day. So that is pretty much everything from the watch list that I made. I'm going to move on now to the gappers, so we can see, what we're going to be focused on for now. We have FULC. This is one of the top gappers right now. Looking at the filings, I do see that they have 200 million in remaining shelf value on, I think it was an ATM. So for this one, FULC, just know that they do have some potential dilution that could come into play. So I would be aware of that on FULC. We're getting a little extended. You can see we're pulling back from 1465. Let's take a look at the daily chart as well on this one. So this one's actually kind of interesting on the daily. We have a gap here, just a little gap from 1560 to 1650. So we have a little gap on the daily chart. We also have a lot of resistance towards 15. So for right now on FULC, I'm a little bit more short biased at the moment, just because it already made a huge run. It's pretty extended. It looks like it wants to break under VWAP and potentially flush towards like $12. So at the moment I am short biased. It might try to hold VWAP. If that happens towards the open and it curls up towards the open, then you probably want to keep an open bias. But I think for now we're probably going to put in a lower high and break under VWAP. So that's what I'm watching for now. We'll see if this holds or not on FULC. The next one on the watch list was, or not on the watch list, on the gappers, was ZEV. This is another one that does have some potential dilution as well. I'm looking at the filings. It shows about 935 million in remaining shelf value that they haven't used yet. So I don't know if they're going to use that, today, but just know that they do have potential for dilution. Just something to keep in mind. It's really strong at the moment, though. Let's take a look at ZEV on the daily chart. So far we held 940 and we're pushing to the mid 10s. So we're trading at this level right here at the moment. You can see we got a lot of resistance towards 10 and 11 and 12. Basically all the whole numbers on the way up here. So kind of an interesting daily chart because it was so beaten up and now we're just getting a massive gap up into these levels. It might have a little bit of room higher in my opinion, maybe towards these bigger levels on the daily, 11, 12. So I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes higher towards those levels. But at the same time, we are getting pretty extended here. And we are kind of running into this resistance on the dailies. So we'll see how it reacts. If it pulls back towards this 980 level and then kind of builds back up towards the open, I would probably keep an open bias on it. And even right now, as long as we're holding above 10, it's still technically bullish. As long as we're holding above, I would say like this 990 to 10. So for right now, I still have an open bias on ZEV, but the more extended it gets, the more I'm going to be interested in a reversal and in a short setup. So that's just something to keep in mind on ZEV, but I'm definitely interested in ZEV and FULC for the market open. We just got a few more. It looks like IMV is gapping up. I'm going to check the filings really quickly on this one as well, on Flash SEC. I don't see really any dilution that's anything major. Let's look at the daily chart now. So this is another daily chart that's really just sold off to new lows, and now we're starting to push back up. I actually remember this from not that long ago. We had this gap down, huge spike, and it ran up to the 2s, and now we're basically trading at that same level again. So let's take a look at the 5-minute. So yeah, you can see that we're running up into this resistance from the previous run. So for this one, it's kind of an uphill battle on IMV because we have all this resistance from this day, which was not even that long ago. It was like a few weeks ago. So this one might have some trouble, but if it does end up running, I'm going to be looking for a short. I'll be very interested in a short. So any type of run up, any type of extension on this daily chart, and I'll be short biased on IMV, especially if it's towards like these levels here. It has a lot of trouble. But yeah, in terms of shorting it right now, the risk reward isn't very good. It's holding VWAP pretty well, so I want to say that this is gonna try to push higher, but we're just gonna have to wait till the open, and we'll see how that one reacts. Oh, nice spike there on AHPI. This was actually on my secondary watch list because it was just shaping up so well. If you look at this daily chart on AHPI, look at this pattern that we have here, right? We have like a big cup and handle on the daily chart. So now that we're above 11, AHPI, this thing has potential to push higher. Really nice move so far. There's just a few more on the watch list. DYNT, nothing really special here. I think this is just going to end up being a fader. Maybe back down to this 140 level. They do have 50,000 in remaining shelf value on, it's either an ATM or one of their S3s. So there might be some dilution here, and it's looking pretty weak at the moment, but it just didn't gap up high enough for me to short it. If it would have gapped up higher, I might be interested, but I'm probably going to leave that one alone. There's also KXIN, which is kind of interesting. We had, I was trading it on this day, actually. I longed it for this breakout, I shorted the breakdown, and then I think I left it alone. But I ended up trading sideways yesterday pretty nicely, and now we're gapping up. So on KXIN, you know, the higher the better on this one as well. We got a lot of resistance towards $5. So for this one, I'll probably just wait for a run up, and then I might go for a reversal later on if we can get really extended on the daily chart. So that's what I'm kind of looking for on this stock. We'll see though if it can build back up over VWAP again later on. If not, then it's probably just going to fade back towards $3. But yeah, that is pretty much it. There's not really too much going on. I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to. It's been a little bit slower in terms of like small caps running and things like that. Like we had a couple yesterday, but as you can see in pre-market, there's just not a lot of small caps that are giving really good plays. So you just got to be a little bit more patient in this market. We do have a lot of potential still, like ZEV, FULC. So, you know, don't get me wrong, but you just have to be really selective lately, I feel like. So for me, I've just been really focusing a lot of putting most of my risk on in the first hour, and then the rest of the day I'm usually taking it pretty easy until maybe like the afternoon if I see something really nice. But that's kind of my game plan for this month. Unless things really start to pick up and the action gets really crazy, then obviously I'll change that a little bit. Yeah, so someone was asking what is the float for ZEV. So the float is actually 31 million, or around like 31 million. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the YouTube comments, and I'll answer them as fast as possible. Also, one more thing I want to shout out. We are having we do have some open slots, open discount slots for our private Discord room. So if you guys are wondering what's included in the Discord room, so if you join, you are going to get my night and morning watch list every single day. You are going to get the live scans. You're going to get my live commentary and watch lists, and there's also a lot of stuff, a lot more stuff included. You're going to get video recaps, live trades, things like that. So if you guys are interested, we are having a discount currently. When you sign up on our website, you just have to use the code NEWSUB, NEWSUB. So if you type that in, you will get a discount, and we have about 30 slots open. So those will probably fill up pretty fast within this week. If you guys want to take advantage of that, it's still there for you guys. And if you have any trouble signing up on the website, just go to the public Discord. We have a link in the description for the public Discord. And you can actually just send me a message. Once you go to the Discord, you'll see my name under admin. It's under John, and you can just send me a message there as well. So yeah, if you guys need anything, just let me know. I'm probably going to step away here, and then I'll be back once the market opens. And I'll probably stay on the stream for like 30 minutes. I'll kind of guide you guys. I'll let you know what's popping up on the scanner. And we can go from there. So hopefully we get some nice plays in today. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to step away for about 15 minutes. And I'll be back once the market opens. Alright guys, we got about 1 minute until the market opens. Just remember to be patient and wait for your setups. And yeah, also pay attention to the comments in the YouTube live chat. That's where I'm going to be focused on for the most part. And I'm going to help you guys out with the scans as well. So if something pops up on the scanner, I'll type it in the YouTube chat for you guys. So far ZEV is pretty strong. We'll see if that can hold 10 and push higher potentially. FULC is looking a little bit heavy, but it's still kind of chopping around. KXIN is pushing towards VWAP as well. So we actually rejected there under 10 now on ZEV. We'll see, but if this bounces and then 10 turns into resistance and we get a lower high, we might see this one flushing down as well. We got a lot of higher price stocks that are moving pretty nicely today, like MBST. We got FSR that's pushing up past 19 now. So that was a pretty big rip there on ZEV, right back above that $10 level. So let's see if we can build back up above 10 and possibly break out through 1050 later on. As long as we can hold 10, still bullish on that one for now. So here's a retest of 10. A little bit heavy actually. Actually really heavy, so another big rejection on ZEV. Just no setup there for me quite yet. I think it's more short biased after that big rejection though. But it's not an easy one. So what I would hope for a short is a lower high here. That way, once it does break down, you can get have a tighter risk level. So if we get a lower high, I'll potentially look for a short later on ZEV under this 930 support level. So I'm just going to wait and see how it reacts here on this bounce. I'm going to give that one some more time. So far, pretty nice breakout though on AHPI. We're still grinding up on that one. Alright guys, just a heads up, I still have an open bias on ZEV. You can see we're just stuck in this price channel right now, and we might break to the upside. We'll see how it reacts towards $10 here. Still pretty heavy there on ZEV, but we're still just stuck in this price channel, so give it a few minutes. I think it'll choose a direction, whether it's up or downside. If you're looking for longs, if you want to play it safe, you'd probably want to see 10 hold as support first, and then you can look for a potential breakout. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see this reject and then slam back down. Kind of has that heavy tape kind of feeling as well. So I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I'm going to give it just a little bit more time though on ZEV. Alright, so as you guys can see, we held 10 ZEV. Really nice breakout to new highs now. Really nice move there. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope I was able to help you out a little bit here on ZEV if you saw that hold of 10 for this breakout. Remember, if you guys want to, we do have some discount slots for the private Discord room. So there's a link in the description for the website. If you use the code NEWSUB, you will get a discount on that. And yeah, I'll probably do another pre-market show in like maybe a couple days. I'll probably do one more this week. So I'll see you guys then, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.